A solemn preparation is on the go, a preparation for a voyage of unknown facts and dispositions, a voyage that needs courageous companions, all willing to test their limits together, hand in hand. And they all are well aware it's all about time.
So everything's going on fine till now. Let's hope it carries on till we reach Delhi and till we reach
Revving up their engines and determination, the riders begin their journey from Brmc, Sikkim. They cross their first interstate border of Sikkim and West Bengal along the mighty river Teesta. The tar-pitched road meets the roaring arrival of these courageous men. A destination filled with adventurous consequences brings them to the first pit stop of their journey, Siliguri. It may be no time travel, but it is a travel of time. And to start early is an absolute fundamental. Many dusks and dawns will have to break on these never-ending lanes. And as in life or on the road, they say, we all will have to chase the light.
travel almost 2 hours and we did almost 130 approx kilometers. We're stopping for breakfast.
Yo.
There's no casualties.
Everybody looks happy.
I think you should ask the riders.
Okay. How has it been?
Yeah, good.
Superb. Awesome ride.
Fueled up with their first meal of the day that shan't be lasting too long in this tenacious voyage. Riding through unknown territories, the unaware riders acknowledge their first hurdle of their journey: fruit as food.
This is our alternative for lunch. We are looking for a good place where we can eat wholesome meal. But the problem is we're getting only sweet shops. So because of the cold weather, this is the state that we're in right now. But anyway, we are all cheerful. It's good that we took a detour. We get to see much better places. So another 4 hours to go to Lucknow.
Resolving their hunger hurdle, the riders now jaunt along the modest gullies of Muzaffarpur Nagar in Uttar Pradesh. They wash away their silent woes and refresh their loud accomplishments.
And after riding for 18 hours, we finally stopped for dinner.
There is no time to waste, for the journey has hardly begun. Be it night or day, they will push. Yes, they will push and push to find their soul and solace on the highway.
I think we have been traveling for almost 4 hours. We have reached Kushinagar. So we were lagging in 200 kilometers. We have just covered that. Now we're heading for Lucknow after.
With Lucknow as their next destination, the rider's spirit seemed rock solid. Even an obstacle seems like an opportunity here.
What do you have to say about that? We have done plenty of this up north Sikkim, so this is very easy. This is like
It's a surprisingly satisfying ordeal to these crazy ones. To wither with the weather is not the will of the weak. to these stubborn achievers moving ahead is all that matters. Vast open four-lane highways of the capital city of Delhi welcome these mountain people to congratulate them on this major pit stop of their journey. The crafty roadways giving way to the hustle and bustle of the metropolis. The tricolour fluttering alongside the Drupal lineages, setting the finest examples of fraternity. The journey has a lot of recreation, but then it has a much greater responsibility, greater than any one of these courageous riders. Through the infinite plains via the lush green existences, the tired and weary riders on the way to Narkanda at Himachal Pradesh stop to clutch at a hutch. Riding and seeking, passing and beaking. Here every experience is an extempore. Here every extempore is an experience. It's not about arriving destinations here. It's about creating them in absolute exhilaration. For it's not a walk in the park, you see. It's the adrenaline rush of wilderness. A rush that offers the most gratifying freedom of them all.
Where did you get these panniers?
This is from Bangkok I got.
Okay.
Actually here in China I got with the right person who manufactured it actually for the Royal Enfield. उसको पूरा ऐसे he made it for Royal Enfield. I got three.
Your ride is your bride. So if you wanted to take you to places, you better know how to satisfy her needs. For without her, you ain't going nowhere. You get one life, just the one. And with such arrivals, you bet you understood what that really means. Pampering their better halves in the most proficient ways, the loyal and loving riders, the meandering topsy-turvy roads, the cutting-edge dusty road cliffs, the unforgivingly isolated Rocky Mountains, and these gorgeous depressions of the high. You'd know what it all really means if you were a late rider too. And to ride high and to ride on has completely taken over these riders' minds. Here it is. This is how you find heaven in the highway. Well, Guess we won't be wrong if we say salvation is on the way. And you bet it's not easy to redeem. You need to reach so you can preach.
Some are dead and some are living. My life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one who compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never.
Embracing the fact that some voyages of your time are going to be life blossoming. Go ride and find your blossoms. Your heart and your soul awaits endearly.
Here at Algi, we have the same Gompa built by Lotsava Rinsen Zangko. It's almost 1,000 years old. You should notice the architecture. It's borrowed from the Kashmiri, the Gandhara school of
Souvenirs of a millennia, instances of mysticism, vivid evidences of ancestry. These are the quenching perks of a rider's determination. Being seated in these hallowed grounds of Tabo. But these hardy wheelers are here with a mission. To stop is not an option. To ride on means to live on. The journey amidst these grounds of gods pave way for another testimony to be overhauled, and this one, this time, is absolutely life-threatening.
ऑफ रोड चले जाते हैं पोपी. हाँ जी, हम ही अभी क्या हुआ है आप देख सकते हैं. आदमी लोग सब रुका हुआ है. पूरा ब्रिज को डैमेज हो गया है. इसलिए बहुत सही. अभी अभी फंस गया था गाड़ी, हमारा मुश्किल से निकाला. पोपो भाई साहब नहीं होते तो कैसे निकलता, भगवान ही जानता है.
And those who live so are called alive for good. Those who live so are called Leh riders. The route from Zispa to Pang is a zero population zone. Not a soul to eat, but only their brothers.
Tomorrow is going to be one of the roughest nights. Like I think the roughest night, because we don't have any civilization nearby.
So no matter what tomorrow brings, today their voyage and their brotherhood will be ardently celebrated. Anticipation mixed with apprehensions, Plans, provisions, and arrangements from here on needs to be absolutely perfect. So gathering all their blessings and courage, the riders head to Pang the next morning. Although these challenges seem treacherous and absolutely unforgiving in all levels of rational understanding, but with such majestic acquaintances along the way, every turn feels like a new destination. A destination created by the will and vigor of such hearty rodeos. With every curve, mountains and rivers crossed, the riders finally thought they had conquered this colossal terrain. And the time had come they would reach to taste the next sweet victorious destination, when suddenly another punishing surprise awaited to test their valor all over again. A road not meant for no wheels, a road that meant only for the brave heart.
I feel great, I feel good.
Yes, challenges do make you stronger, don't they? Lessons learned with every scratch, chapters made with every fall. With experiences sweet, sour, and soulful, imprinted in their memories forever, the riders successfully make it to Pang to refuel their hopes and determination all over again. The journey is not complete, but it sure feels like it's a lot closer now. Though unfortunately, not safer. This journey is an evidence of an individual's perseverance, enthusiasm, courage, sacrifice. And this evident reality, you, I, and every soul is going to agree upon. These men made the most of themselves in this voyage. Difficult is the easiest word to describe this journey further on. And as the riders reach Leh, this arrival becomes a great reward. Here every nibble becomes a great feast, and every breath taken becomes eternally relaxing. But only momentarily. There are gallons and gallons of fuels to burn, hundreds of kilometers to claim, reaching some of the world's most ecstatic landscapes. Here every glimpse becomes a breathtaking frame. The expanse gets so overwhelming, the road Romeos start to get a wee bit excited. Who wouldn't, right? These are the vast plains of Ladakh. No one hits the brakes here. The only word that is acclaimed is accelerate. Head on, rider. Ride on, rider. You deserve to be here. Awesomely deserve to be here. It is really easy to forget everything over here in the soul-searching venture. But one mustn't forget, it's the road, and it demands complete attention, and excitement sometimes can get a little fatal. A rider unfortunately meets with an accident on the road and is rushed to the hospital nearby with the help of the locals.
We are at Leh Hospital. We have come for X-ray. Actually, both of us we have come.
Luckily,
for
the rider
X-ray.
escapes with minor
Just to take
injuries
precaution.
and is ready to get back on his ride. But then the team decided to take some time out and get up close and personal with the leisure lifestyle here in the land of the mystic llamas. Staying a bit longer would have been thoughtful, but that sadly is not the motto of this mission. There are so many places to reach, so many things to do. And seems like the humps and the bumps on the road is not enough for these crazy ones. It's time to hit the rapids of Ladakh. This is called the true appetite for adventure.
Keep moving, go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Sitting back on that warm couch in the protection of your comfort, watching these riders conquer these treacherous terrains is such an easy task. But then if you'd ask them, they'd rather roam across Pangong Lake and take some awesome pictures and tell the whole world, we don't touch places with our eyes on the screen. We live in these places, touch them with our soul. Their journey further ahead takes them to the famous Khardungla Pass. It is the highest motorable road in the world. And it's a true honor for these riders to have made it through such great distances. Be it sun, rain, or the snow, they're still ready to go. Ride on, the riders. Ride on and never give up.
आगे
बढ़िया था,
रास्ता कैसा था?
एकदम सुपर रफ टफ था। अब
आपको-
खरदुंगला को भी दर्शन कर लिया आज एकदम।
सही है।
जाते वक्त बढ़िया से इसको बाय बाय टाटा करता हूँ।
This journey has quenched these riders with the nectar educed from the serenity of this beautiful existence. Rejoice, so they will, for they have truly earned it themselves. Diving into the depths of their core self, they have been blessed by these divine mountains and landscapes. Congratulating themselves, they understand there is no greater reward than the reward they found here in their lifetime. All destinations arrived, every challenge acclaimed, all anticipation acquired. An array of stories were made on the way. A lifetime was lived in this journey. Several tests were endured. Several challenges accomplished. These Himalayan bikers from Sikkim and Bhutan now have a complete story to tell. A story that shall live with them forever and ever. A story of how they actualized a simple itinerary. A tale of how they made it to Ladakh on just 2 wheels, with a lot of hope and a heart full of brimming determination.
This trip has been very fulfilling. We have no regrets for whatever sacrifices we have done. It has all the components of pilgrimage, fun ride, sometimes